X-Men Dave. X-Men Apocalypse. Ugh.
Yeah, that movie was absolutely horrendous. I don't understand how anyone could enjoy it. It was like watching a car wreck in slow motion. You know it's going to be bad, but you can't look away.
And here goes the plot summary.
Great, let's hear it. I'm ready for more pain.
Alright, I know the whole plot on my head. Apocalypse is a really old mutant who lives 45 years ago, and trying to find a suitable host from the other host been living some time now. What a stupid plot.
Yeah, that plot summary sounds ridiculous. Apocalypse is some super old mutant who's been alive for centuries and he's trying to find a new body? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, wait, there's still more. The main villain is Apocalypse, a really strong mutant, and trying to find his own henchman, the horse of the Apocalypse.
Wow, that sounds even more ridiculous than I thought. So Apocalypse is trying to find a new body and a horde of henchmen to take over the world. How cliche and unoriginal.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. The members in his cohorts are Storm, Psylocke, Magneto, and also the characters from the previous movie and in the previous X movie prior Angel, or in this case Archangel. So he recruited all his members of his cohorts to take over the world to make a better one.
What a joke. So Apocalypse recruits a bunch of random mutants from previous movies to help him take over the world? That sounds like a total cliche. And the whole making the world a better place motivation is just as generic and lazy as it gets.
It's so freaking annoying. He's trying to plan to like grow up the weak, pull the grow up the weak and spare the strong. It's like seriously.
Seriously, it's like they're not even trying anymore. It's the same tired plotline of a powerful villain trying to take over the world with a group of loyal followers. And introducing a holy girl of the week is just adding insult to injury.
Who cares about this movie? Like, who cares about this?
Nobody cares about this movie, that's the problem. It's just another generic superhero flick that's full of cliche and forgettable characters.
Yeah, and seriously, Apocalypse. What a silly name.
Apocalypse is a ridiculous name for a supervillain. It's like they couldn't even come up with something original or creative. It's just a cheap attempt to make him sound threatening and powerful.
Yeah, more like a dangerous villain.
Dangerous might be a stretch. He's more like a typical boring villain who wants to take over the world with his horde of minions.
Yeah, it's like an anime villain but worse.
Comparing this movie to an anime film is an insult to the entire anime industry. Even the worst anime films have more depth and substance than this movie.
Yeah, Apocalypse acting like an anime villain in this one.
Yeah, Apocalypse is pretty much just a generic anime villain. He's all dark and brooding and has a ridiculous amount of power for no reason. It's like the writers just looked at a list of anime tropes and decided to copy every single one.
He's a Goku Black ripoff.
Oh, definitely. He's just carbon copy of Goku Black. It's like the writers watched a few episodes of Dragon Ball Super and decided to take the most cliche aspects of the character and turn them into a movie villain.
Yeah, because the Apocalypse and Goku Black had the same aspect. Goku Black wanted to wipe out all mortals, but Apocalypse wanted to grab all these filthy little filthy minions.
The similarities are striking,
It's so freaking silly.
It really is. It's amazing that Hollywood still thinks they can get away with churning out these tired, uninspired action movies. It's like they've given up on originality and creativity and just focus on flashy visuals and action scenes instead.
Yeah, this is garbage. This is like beyond garbage.
Yeah, garbage is putting it mildly. This movie is a complete dumpster fire. It's a perfect example of everything that's wrong with modern blockbuster filmmaking. It's like a giant expensive commercial for overpriced action figures.
Yeah, it's so freaking annoying. Well, that's all the X-Men movies. By far, they suck.
Yeah, the X-Men movies have really dropped the ball in recent years. It's a shame, because the comics are full of complex, interesting characters and stories, but the movies just can't seem to do justice to the source material. It's like they're stuck in this endless cycle of mediocrity, unable to break free and create something truly great.
Yeah, and now we're back to the MCU once again with Doctor Strange. Again!
Oh great, Doctor Strange. I can hardly wait to hear your thoughts on this one.
My thoughts on it? It's garbage. Literally garbage.
Oh, it's definitely garbage. It's just another tired, formulaic Marvel movie that doesn't bring anything new or original to the table. And the worst part is, people will still line up to see it no matter how bad it is.
Now, who want to see this garbage dump of a movie? This is dumpster fire.
Exactly. Why would anyone want to waste their time and money on this garbage? There are so many other movies out there that are worth watching, instead of this overhyped, generic, bloated mess.
It's garbage. It's literally goddamn garbage.
Yes, it's absolute garbage. The acting is wooden, the plot is nonsensical, and the special effects are overdone. It's like they spent all their budget on CGI and forgot to hire a decent scriptwriter.
This is even worse than the. This is even worse than the anime. This is even worse than the animation film, but worse.
It's so bad it's not even worth comparing to anime. At least anime has some heart and soul, unlike this soulless cash grab. It's just a collection of CGI set pieces with no substance or meaning.
Yeah, this is worse than the. This is even worse than the friggin' animated version of it. This is the worst version of this.
Yeah, the animated version was at least interesting. This live-action version is just a pale imitation. It's a soulless, empty shell of what could have been a great movie.
This is terrible.
It truly is. The sad thing is, people will still flock to see it. It'll make millions of dollars at the box office and spawn a dozen more mediocre sequels.
Yeah, this movie is just trash.
Yeah, it's total trash. It's just another piece of mindless, forgettable entertainment that's designed to numb your brain and empty your wallet.
Oh, this is so long. This is so boring.
I know, it's like the movie just drags on and on forever. It's like they couldn't be bothered to edit any of the scenes to make it more engaging.
Oh.
Just take a power nap.
Yeah, it's so friggin' annoying. Like, what? Can this movie just end already?
Yeah, I can't wait for this movie to be over. It's like they're torturing us by keeping us in this endless loop of boredom and mediocrity. I'm ready to move on to something. Anything else.
Thank God the movie's over.
Finally, the torture is over. I feel like I deserve a medal for sitting through that whole mess.
Well then, what is my thoughts on it? Trash.
Your thoughts on this movie were spot on. You called it trash, and that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it's freaking trash. It's like, who wanna watch a mid movie. It's mid.
Mid. That's a polite way of putting it. This movie was beyond just mid. It was downright atrocious.
Yeah, look, we don't want to sit there at 40 hours more for a freaking movie. No thanks. I'll
I
pass.
think I would prefer to sit through 40 hours of actual torture than sit through this movie again. It's just that bad.
It's so freaking bad. But there's something worse from here. We're back from another 4 movie. 4 Ragnarok. Are you kidding me with this one?
Oh god, not the Rock movies. This is gonna be bad. I'm ready for another headache inducer.
Another 4 movie. You better be kidding me. Another 4 movie. Another one. Another 4 movie. Great.